Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Junkmaster3, and it is time for another update video. And in this video I'm also going to show you some of my CDs or soundtracks that I picked up recently, so it's not really going to be only DVDs, and this time it's going to be, like I said, CDs as well. So let's start right away with the CDs. First up we got the original motion picture soundtrack for The Lost Boys. Finally I got it in my collection. Such a great horror movie in general, one of the best vampire movies of all time, and it has a kick-ass soundtrack as well, so I needed to pick it up. So yeah, The Lost Boys. And then the soundtrack for Top Gun. Yeah. I'm not really sure how well you can see here in the camera because of the sunlight outside, but what the hell. Then we have, this is not really a soundtrack, this CD was basically inspired by a movie. It actually says so on the front, inspired by the film Young Guns 2. And it is Blaze of Glory, songs written and performed by Jon Bon Jovi. Yeah, really cool. And then I also picked up this soundtrack. I think this is quite hard to come across these days. I can be so wrong about this, but I'm a big fan of this movie. I think it's extremely underrated, and I think it's a hell of a fun, if you say so. So yeah, the Free Jack soundtrack with like you can see here on the front, Mick Jagger, Emilio Estevez, and Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, in the movie of course, but yeah. Free Jack soundtrack. Has really cool Scorpions and Ministry among other really cool songs on there, so yeah, Free Jack soundtrack. And then I picked up this soundtrack for The Crow, the first one, with Brandon Lee, of course, rest in peace. Died way too early in an accident during filming this movie. Some people think that it might have been planned or something, because some people didn't really like that Bruce Lee got so popular in the US, and I think it was sort of the same thing with Brandon Lee. So yeah, but anyway, I really love this soundtrack, and I really love the movie as well, so I needed to pick it up. So yeah, The Crow soundtrack. Then I also picked up the sequel soundtrack for The Crow, City of Angels. The movie, I'm not really that big fan of the movie in general. I think it's like the worst Crow movie in the series, but I really love the soundtrack on it, so yeah, that's the reason why I picked it up. So yeah, Crow, City of Angels. And then I picked up A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 soundtrack. This is the musical score or instrumental score. Yeah, I really love this movie, and I really love the soundtrack, or all of the music from this movie. So yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Then I also picked up A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, the Dream Master instrumental score. Really cool. And I also picked up the Freddy vs. Jason instrumental score soundtrack, or whatever you want to call it. I'm a really big fan of this movie as well, even though I've heard very many people hate it, so I still think they managed to make this movie so good. I love it, and I didn't really expect that for the first time that I was supposed to watch it. So yeah, Freddy vs. Jason soundtrack. It feels like I've been talking way too much about the songs and stuff, so now I'm just gonna speed up. The Judge Dredd soundtrack, this is the one with Stallone. Enough said. I do like that movie, even though very many people hate it, but yeah. First off, now we go to the DVDs, by the way, before I say anything else. We have a movie called Dr. Lamb. I'm not really sure if you can see this in the camera, but this folder is actually very small if you compare it with another one. Yeah, not really sure if you can see that well, but what the hell, I've been wanting to see this movie for such a long time, since it is one of the very known extreme movies from Hong Kong, I guess, or... No, I can be so wrong about country this is from, but yeah, Dr. Lamb. I think it's quite hard to come across these days. And then I picked up a Finnish release of Society by, was it Brian Usna or was it Stuart Gordon? It was Brian Usna who directed this. I don't really know anything about it, but I am a big fan of the director, or like his earlier works, so yeah, I needed to pick it up, Society. And then I picked up a movie from a YouTuber, actually, a really good YouTuber and a good friend of mine, Jolle Studio One. And the movie is, I saw this movie as a kid and I really loved it and just didn't really remember the name of it. But the movie is, what's it called in English? Mighty Joe Jon, with Bill Paxton and Charlize Theron. I can never pronounce her name, sorry. But yeah, from what I remember, I really like this movie, but I haven't seen this movie in maybe like 15 years or something. It's insane, or even more, so yeah, Mighty Joe Jon. And then I picked up Return of the Killer Tomatoes. Now the first movie is extremely hard to come across, so yeah, I really want to get that movie as well, but I just decided to pick up this before this went super rare as well, so yeah, Return of the Killer Tomatoes, which also has George Clooney in it. And then I sort of double dipped a little bit. I already had this, but I just wanted to get the Swedish edition. Wrong Turn. This is such an amazing movie. I think it's great. I think most of the sequels are pieces of shit, to be honest, but this one is really good, the first one, so yeah, Wrong Turn. And Stan Winston, I think he was involved with the special effects and stuff, so yeah, can't go wrong with that. And then I picked up The Faculty. Don't really know that much about it, but I've heard that it's supposed to be really good. That's the only thing I know about it. I don't really know anything about the plot or anything, but we picked it up because I saw the cast, like Elijah Wood and Josh Hartnett and other people, so yeah, The Faculty. And then I picked up a movie called, this is a blind buy by the way, The Ice Pirates. Yeah, I don't really know anything about it, but like I said, it was a blind buy. And another one which was a blind buy was, I'm not sure if this is a slasher movie or not, but I know for sure that it is from the 80s, and the movie is called After Darkness, with Julianne Sands and with John Hurt, so yeah, After Darkness. And last I picked up the Swedish edition. Now this edition is extremely rare, and I had to pay quite much for it, but I'm such a big fan of this movie, so I just needed to pick up the Swedish edition anyways. So the movie is Class of 1984. I just love this movie. I also love like the sort of sequel to this called Class of 1999. I do love that movie very much as well, so yeah, so if you're a big fan of those but if you're a big fan of those sort of gang-related movies or school-related crime movies, you would like this. Now that what I said doesn't make sense at all, so I'm just gonna shut up and end this video right now. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and didn't get bored, and I hope to see you again as soon as possible, so see you next time. Bye bye.